Hey there, guys. I'm back, and look what we got on a strange Sunday delivery. Weird. But, you know, not complaining. Happy. We've got Battlbox, we've got Mission 71, and we're ready to take a look at what comes inside. So, let's get right into this guy and see what we've got. Now, as always, I have to give credit to Steven. Steve, awesome viewer, he's the one who pays for this box. Remember, I canceled my subscription after the Rage Tent video. But Steve pays for the box, has it sent to me. I review it, I send it back to him. And let's see. Well, we've got lots of stuff in here. So let's get it all unpacked, and then we'll go through the review. So in the box this month, we've got 7 items going all the way through the Pro Plus. Battlbox comes in 4 different levels. You've got the Basic, the Advanced, the Pro, and the Pro Plus. When you get one of the higher levels, you get that and everything that comes before it. So when you get, say, for example, the Pro, you get what's in the Pro, you get the Advanced and the Basic. When we get the Pro Plus, you get what is usually, hopefully, the knife of the month, but sometimes it's the tool of the month or the item of the month or whatever it is. And that highest level costs you about $150 a month plus shipping. But we've got 7 individual items through all the different levels, and then we've also got some. What do we got here? Well, we'll go through these as they apply to the other different things. This is home secure. Oh, here's a home security ad. Okay, all right, cool. Home security just got better. We'll look at these codes, these discount codes later on as we go. Let me start with the first item in the box. First thing we're going to look at is going to be, this is where most of the weight in the box is. So the first item up in the basic box is the Ready Hour Emergency Food Storage, up to 25-year shelf life. It's a 72-hour food kit. And I like the fact that they are telling you this feeds an average 1,600 calorie a day for one person. So sometimes they don't put that information right out there. So 72 hours worth of food for 1,600 calories a day for one person. Now, in the past, I have been unwilling to open things up and look at them and stuff, but Steve has told me that I should feel free to look at stuff, you know, just check stuff out. And I want to check stuff out to show you guys what's in it. So know that I am doing this kind of with his permission, you know, since this is it is his stuff. It's not mine. If it was my box, I would have no problem opening it up. But I want to kind of show you what comes in this because I'm curious too. So inside the 72-hour food box, and remember this is food for 72 hours, 3 days. Well, you got 4 envelopes. So, okay, cool. I guess 4 envelopes feeds you for 3 days. And I guess you make it and then you eat it slowly over time. Interesting. This one is all creamy chicken flavored rice. I feel a lot of powder in there. This is home-style potato soup, black bean soup, and mac and cheese. So there's, what, 4 servings in each container? Yep, 4 servings in each container. Let's see, this one has... So, now this is interesting, though, because every single one of them is a different amount of calories. So they're saying it's an average of 1,600 calories a day, you know, for one person for 72 hours. I get that. But you can't, so looking at it, you can't be like one day to another day. Like, you know, they're all completely different calorie counts. I'm just throwing that out there. Like, you know, so if you're trying to do the math on each pouch, 320 calories a serving, 4 servings a bag. 170 calories a serving, 4 servings a bag. 490 calories a serving, 4 servings a bag. 270 calories a serving, 4 servings a bag. I think what they did was they just added up the total number of calories in the whole thing and said, bam, there's 1,600 calories times 72 hours, you know? So what you also need when you're doing this is some way to store it after you make it to you know, what's the word I'm looking for? You're gonna eat it all at once. You don't scarf it all down at once. You need to stretch it out over the time, I guess. I have no idea how this food is. I'm wondering if I'm willing to replace one of these packages with another freeze-dried food package, if Steve will be willing to let me actually do a video where we make one of these and test one out. And hopefully that will be cool. And then I'll replace, you know, with another freeze-dried food packet for him. You know, the truth is, I expected when I saw a 72-hour food package, I expected more than just 4 packets with 4 servings each, and you know, I expected something more measured than this. It's better than when they throw like one food packet, like one envelope in, and be like, here's your item. It's nice to have it all here, but if you're, you know, when you do it like this, when you say it's a 72-hour kit, to me, that means I read it as it should be measured out, like here's day 1, here's day 2, here's day 3, you know, and it should be more than just like here's 4 random envelopes and no 2 are the same in terms of calorie count or anything like that. I don't know. So it is plenty of calories for one person. That is true. I don't know. I expected more than just 4 random, 4 random packets. When you call it a kit, I don't know. So I'm immediately gonna put these things in meh. Because yeah, it's cool, but it's not anything. It's not a kit. It's not anything more than just throwing 4 random packets of food in an envelope and saying, here you go, do the math, figure it out. And it's not quite a kit, because a kit would involve the food and something to store it in, and maybe something to cook it in and stuff like that. I don't even know if you can hear me over the crinkliness of this. But hopefully I'll be able to cook one of these in a follow-up video, and we'll check it out and see how it goes. But this is gonna go. This is a huge thing I'm gonna put up here. This is gonna go in meh right now because because I said so. All right. So we're gonna follow it up with the next item in the basic box. This has an MSRP of $24.95, and actually, so when I look at the price, $24.95 for all 4 of them is not bad. It's really not bad at all for that amount of food. Next, we're gonna look at this little guy, Spartan Fire Multi-Use EDC Tender. It's a 6-pack. This has an MSRP of $8.99. Wax fiber strips. 100% waterproof, wind resistant. Special wax protects knife blades. But you just told me this is a fire starting kit, and you want me to wipe this on my knife blade? Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Emergency repair patch. Wait a minute. Okay. So, okay. So every day carry foldable waterproof tinder and blade care, and you want me to use it as, and I'm not making that up, as an emergency repair patch. Okay. It's an interesting prospect there, to use your fire starter as an emergency repair patch. So now we're gonna have to test one of these things out and see how it works. They're not at all what I expected. Not at all what I expected. So, wow, it is like not a piece of paper. It's like, it's very interesting. I'm probably going to test this out outside. But definitely gonna have to test this thing out. Cut's very easy. It's like a weird fabric. I can't identify exactly what it is. Feels almost like a weird polymer. Okay, so reading the instructions, it's covered in wax, and you scrape the wax off to expose the fire starting stuff underneath. Very interesting. So I guess that's how you use it as an emergency patch or knife care. And now it starts fires now that we take this wax off. And so we're definitely gonna have to test this piece out in a follow-up video. But then they say, so this stuff, this wax, you can use to like lubricate stuff, protect knife blades, and all that. I don't know. It's interesting. I like the fact that it's if you feel this, it's dry. You can carry it around. I guess this is what you can use as an emergency patch, kind of. I'm tempted to put it in like it because for the cost you get what you get. How many? 10 or 12 in a package. You can cut it up into the size you need it. Doesn't spoil. You don't have to like protect it at all. You don't have to keep it in a sealed anything. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. But I definitely want it. We definitely need to do a follow-up video and check out its fire startingness. For right now, I'm putting it in the like it pile for the the cost for the package and its usability. I get it. I laughed at it at first when I looked at what it said to do with it, but now I understand that maybe you can't do all that. So I'm going to put this in like it, and we're definitely going to do a follow-up video on this to check it out. Okay, we got this exact same thing in Barrel and Blade, the exact same item, and I think all the comments I made about it in Barrel and Blade are valid. I mean, it hasn't changed. It's a cool item. It's an interesting item. I would rather have I would rather have a titanium set. I think Battlbox could have sprung for a titanium set, and it's exactly what I said about Barrel and Blade. It's not bad to have. It's a good starter set for like somebody starting with kind of I don't want to use the word prepping because it's not just for that, but outdoors stuff. It's lightweight. I gotta do the dance of getting this thing out. It is a lightweight set. It is reusable. It's polymer. It's not just a cheap plastic. So it's not just going to fall apart on you. But at the same time, there are better options out there. This is not going to last you forever, but it's not bad. UCO makes an amazing titanium. It's been rated higher than Kaiser's titanium, spork thing. And I had said before, I sent a bunch out to my Patreon people. It's not a bad set. I have to say it's not a bad set. It's just there's better stuff out there. Like I said, it's not kind of a bad starter set. It's just all the criticism and all the positive comments I made too in Barrel and Blade still applies, except I like this green color better than the blue color that we saw before. It'll get you through and it'll last you a little while, but it is what it is. $7.99. It's not a bad price for it at all. It's a very realistic price for it. I'm pretty sure I put it in meh in Barrel and Blade. I'm gonna put it in meh here in Battlebox too. So there it is. Next we have something that, oh my god, I can't believe this is an item in Battlebox. Yeah. I have lots of little McCormick seasonings in the same kind of bottle in my cabinet in the kitchen. Really? With an MSRP of $5.66. This is a Battlebox item. This is really. Salt, spices, onion powder, garlic powder is what's in here. Spices. Of course, it's proprietary, so they're not going to tell you what it is. Really? Do I even need to go into it? Don't like it. We're getting Battlebox for little bottles of seasoning. Really. Here's don't like it over here. I'm not even gonna get worked up about it. This is, is this grill box? Is this, really? One more? Can I do one more? Really? Not even gonna look at it. Okay. All right. So at the end of the basic box, we have the Spartan Fire, which we're gonna do a follow-up on. We have in the Like It. We have 2 Maz. Hopefully we'll test out the Ready Hour, and actually we'll do like a field stove outside, you know, and cook it and taste it. Follow up hopefully in Ma. And then we have one really not even gonna look at it. I'm not even gonna look at it. And that's your basic box. We have one item in the advanced box, and it is the Gerber Freescape saw. This has a little bit of weight to it. They give you an extra saw blade, which is nice. That's cool. No, I mean that legitimately. That's cool. A good folding camping saw is really important to have. And I've done, I started to do a video series once, maybe some people remember it, where I was testing out different small collapsible camping saws, and I biffed up the video myself. A couple people pointed out to me that my hand positioning was actually kind of screwing up I was pinching one of the saw blades and kind of doing it unintentionally. I was making an unfair challenge for one of the blades, and when that was recognized, I said, you know what, I'm gonna have to do it all again, and I never got around to doing it all again. But I really like my small folding saws. Now this, what do I have to do to this? I could just read the instructions, as always, which would save a lot of time, but I never do that, and I like to try to figure stuff out on my own, and half the time end up breaking it as I do that. Oh, look at this. It's got an all-inclusive structure, so it cares about like its identity and its politics and its all that stuff. That's great, all-inclusive. So we got a blade in there. Come on, blade. Come on out. Come on out, play. I want to see you. And we bend it like that, and then now we've got our little hooker. So there's our little hooker, okay, and I guess you ratchet it closed with that. There you go, and you've got your saw. It takes, you know what, without instructions, it takes a minute. It's kind of intuitive, you know. If you hold it in your hand and bend it around, you could figure it out. Look, my dumbass figured it out pretty quickly. Very aggressive teeth for wood cutting. Nice weight, actually. Very nice weight. $55. Gerber stuff is always overpriced. I have yet to see the Gerber product that I believe is not overpriced. But the real test is, does it cut? Will it cut? It's pretty comfortable handle. It is a pretty comfortable handle. So something else that I think it needs to be tested outside. We're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to take it outside. Price notwithstanding or anything, I like this. It does fold down relatively. I mean, not flat, but it folds down into a compact kind of package, and you get a little hooker. And who doesn't like to have a little hooker, right? But it's a little stiff because it's brand new. But I'm sure that will kind of loosen up and get a little bit more user-friendly as you go. And then, I mean, that's pretty compact as things go. That's a pretty good design. I like it. I can't remember the name of the saw that I like best. I can't remember. I'll have to try to remember it. But I'll take it outside when I test this thing out. But not bad. Actually, pretty good. I'll say pretty good design. For now, again, we're going to take it outside. We're going to test it. We're going to test it this week. But this is going to go, and I like it. It is pricey. Everything Gerber is overpriced. Everything Gerber is overpriced. It doesn't come with the extra blade. It says that they're giving you the extra blade to Battlbox subscribers, and that's cool. That's like the old Battlbox that I know and love. That's pretty cool. All right, so we've got one item in the Pro Box, and it is, I think, the most expensive item in the entire box, believe it or not. Yeah, it is an MSRP of $149.99. It's the Spot Tracker Gen 4 Satellite GPS Messenger. and it's got a D-ring sticking right out of the top. So this thing right here, supposedly, and I read up on it real quick, you can use this thing if you're like lost to send a message, to send a help message. And I'm not going to delve too far into it, but it's, you know, it's got some fanciness to it. The thing is, it would seem to me that you need to subscribe to a service to use it. And that's kind of, if you're already paying $150 for a device and then you need to subscribe to a service, I don't know. Wow, we got some very fancy it's stickers in all different languages. They have to tell you that the SOS is for emergencies only. So don't just use it because you can't find your car in the parking lot or something. So you can like fully enclose your device in this thing. I'm not going to put it all the way through now because we want to look at it and clip it on. I guess you can also mark a location. I mean, you know, it looks like a fancy device. Yeah, see that? You need to get a service plan, and the main thing here doesn't work without the service plan. So if you're not willing to get the service plan, this is an entire wasted thing. Now they give you a 6-month service plan in the box, and that's a $91.65 value. But again, if you're not willing to pay for the service plan, or you just don't want to, this is an entire wasted item in the box. This might as well not even be in there, because it doesn't do anything without the service plan. So that's great, but what are you gonna do with it? And this is just a million different languages. And I'm looking for other features, that it might do. So, I'm not even going to get into this item. It is great. I mean, it is awesome that they give you a $240 value, for this item altogether. But I would like to know in the comments who actually who has this and plans on using it, and then continuing with the service plan for it every month, regularly afterwards. Because again, what is the point really after that if you're not doing it? So like, let's say you are in an area where something happens. You're out and about and there's an earthquake. You can send a little signal that lets people know, through however it works, like, hey, I'm okay. I'm alive and I'm okay, so they don't have to wonder. Or you can send your SOS, things like that. And marks your location. But again, it's if it didn't need a service plan to work, and I guess obviously it does, because that's how they're making their money. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this, because it's a good insurance policy, I guess. My cousin and her husband run a company called Global Rescue, which is a really cool, like they do the real stuff, like they do the full thing, like somebody's going abroad and they buy an insurance package, and like it is every contingency is planned for, and every rescue plan with this company, like they really, you can look it up, Global Rescue. It's a big company. Like they rescue people all around the world from situations. So like the rescue around the world thing is a real business. my cousin Melissa and her husband Dan, like this is what they do. Dan really runs a company, but she's like the lawyer. She's like runs the legal stuff, I think. I don't know. Anyway, but you know, it's an important thing. But again, how many people are gonna pay for the service fee, or how many people got basically after 6 months it's a paperweight? I'm just curious. I think it would be cool, honestly. It would be really cool if they said, hey, we're giving you this, and as long as your Battlebox subscription is active, you have an active service plan. You know, with what Battlebox is making off this stuff, they can afford it. You know, if you're if you're a Pro Box member, this is now going to be part of your running Pro membership. For the people, you know, from this point on, they don't even have to extend it to anybody else because nobody else is going to have this item. That to me would make this worth it. But it just, I don't know. I don't even know where to put this thing. I don't know where to put this thing. So it's going to be off on its own over here. Let's go into the Pro Plus. And, you know, I remember somebody saying how the Battlebox guys were all excited because they finally got an SE knife in the box, and then this is it. Now, we've seen a lot of SE survival knives on this channel in a lot of boxes, and there have been some fantastic knives, amazingly good knives, and they're all proud of this little guy right here. $74.95. I'm sure we can find another one. Like, I'm just saying, look at some of the ones that Smoky Mountain has put in the box. You know, look. I mean, look, we've seen some in the PMP box, and this is what they give us as the knife of the month. Now, I'm not saying that it's not a good knife, because SE makes great knives, but like this is the one. This is the bare minimum that they could give us for an SE knife, and say like, oh look, you got our look, we're giving you. And they did it on purpose so that they could give us a cheap little knife and save a lot of money and give us a high MSRP. I mean, it's not even a high MSRP as Knife of the Month goes. But you get your usual little survival card. What they did do is throw in these cool micarta scales, which I really like. And I'm going to throw them on here because I think they're nice scales. But so you get, it's not even like, doesn't even include a chain for neck knifing, which sucks. So you get this, right, which is pretty nice. And if you want, I'm just gonna, does this not even, oh, this doesn't even fit to carry like this? Well, that sucks. All right. So this apparently will this rig up for scout carry only? Yeah. All right, so it'll rig up for, you know, a scout carry horizontal if you want. I was hoping you could do a vertical carry on it. But I definitely want to put these scales on because there's nothing holding them on except brute force. Well, that's confidence inspiring right there. So when you put these scales on, basically it's just the force of the screws that's going to hold them in place. And I'm going to have to get another bit to put them on properly. Because to me, I don't like skeletonized handles. I like a grip, and Steve of course can feel free to remove or redo or whatever he wants. It's his knife. I just want, will this even tighten it a little bit? It will. Look at that. Okay, that feels a lot better. So it is, did this go inside? Could this go inside? What does this do? I don't know. I'm disappointed by the knife of the month. Now, any SE knife is a great knife. It is going to be a great knife. I just know that Battlebox was capable of delivering more, and they didn't because they didn't want to spend the money. That's why I'm disappointed. I know that this is going to be a great knife. I know that it is going to be well made. I know that this coating is top notch. I know that everything about it is going to be a good knife. I'm disappointed that they didn't give their subscribers better. But I'm also not surprised at all in the least. I mean, we have seen, I've unboxed such great survival knives and field knives and bushcraft knives from this brand on this channel. And this is what they're going to go with as the knife of the month. You know, a lot of people are going to be very happy with it, I'm sure. But the whole thing is, I know that they were capable of delivering better, and that's why I'm kind of like, really, this is what you're going to go with? I know that they were capable of delivering much better than this. But we'll go through our usual. I have the cutting money right here. Yep. Would expect nothing less from this brand. Sharp as anything right out of the package. You know, it's primarily meant to be a neck knife, so it's a very small knife, very small handle. With these micarta scales on there, it's pretty comfortable as these little things go. Jimping up there is really good. Weight, of course, is low. And in a survival situation, it's a good blade. Those of you who rock little EDC fixed blades will like it, I'm sure. Not my kind of knife at all. I don't like neck knives. I don't like dangly things around my neck at all. I've said before, you know, a lot of times I didn't even like wearing my dog tags when I had to. I certainly don't like a heavier thing dangling around my neck. And this, to me, this weight swinging around, it's lightweight in your hand, but it, you know, swinging from your neck, this would be a pendulum, you know. But it's a decent knife. It's a decent little knife. They could have given you so much more if they wanted to. If they didn't spend $204 of MSRP funds anyway on what is essentially going to end up as a paperweight in a lot of people's closet, we could have had a really great knife of the month. And yeah, so there we go. So that's the box. That is the box for this month. So we got that. We have a 10% off code for spices. Spices, yay. Fucking kidding me. Great. And then, you know, this Battlbox thing. A home security system by Battlbox, I guess. Haven Lock. I don't even know what that is. You get a 20% off Battlbox code for Haven Lock. Real missed opportunity for something. I mean, I'm gonna say again, this has real good practical use, but limited. And then what the fuck is this? Seriously, guys. So there we go. We will see follow-ups on hopefully the food and the fire starter. We'll see follow-ups on the fire starter and the saw, for real. But that is the box. So what do you guys think? What are your impressions of the box this month? Battlbox going in a positive direction, a negative direction, or just coasting right along where they've been? What do you guys think? I can see some good items in here. I can see some they weren't even trying. They just needed to pad the box out. And I really feel like this, you know, this GPS thing was just a missed attempt. And this, I feel like, to me, this is just like a pandering attempt right here. I mean, seriously. Of all the knives that in that company's name they could have given you, I don't know. So, really excited to see your reactions to the box, though, and read your comments and see what you guys thought. Do you agree with me, disagree with me? What's your take on it? So, now it's your turn. Comments, please. And expect these follow-ups real soon. And in the meantime, you guys are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will be back again real soon.